Hello everybody and welcome back to Campsite Hustle, where we have a very quiet campsite at the moment. There's nobody in it, but people are starting to reappear, so hopefully we will get them back again. That is because I've done a day, I then came off the game, and they all went home for some reason, but they seem to be coming back in now, so whether they're going to come back and pay again to stay, even though they were already here before, it looks like they are. That's fine. At least we'll get them back again. The reason I've done most of a day is because the game was updated about 1,000 times since my last video. So I just wanted to come back on and see what's going on, make sure everything's working properly, and it is, which is good news. In fact, it's working a lot better than it was before. They don't use this like crazy anymore. They still use it a lot, but it's not like crazy as it was in the previous video because they are now using all of our other facilities here. So all my toilets, showers, vending machines, the wood store, hot tub, everything is now getting used across the entire site, which is good news. One thing I have noticed, I've had something like between 10 and 15 ticketless customers today. I don't know if that's been increased, but boy, have I had a lot. So we're going to need to get a security cabin in today because it's just, you can't keep on top of it. There's a lot of saboteurs as well who are coming around trying to break all my stuff. So we're having a bit of a problem at the moment. So I'm going to have to get some security on that because you're just going to miss it. As we're building or doing something else, you look away for a second and one walks in. So we're going to definitely need a security hut to come and take care of that for us. So that will lead me into what we're going to be doing today then. So this is how it was. I haven't done anything between the videos other than let it play just so I can have a look around. So we're going to create like a little spa area over here. So I'm going to have probably another 3 hot tubs and maybe a sauna. And we'll create a nice little area, tree enclosed, so it's all private. A nice little area you can come and get a hot tub or a sauna and hang out. The vending machines, I'm going to move over here. So we've got the lockers here at the moment. That's just where I was building them. They're not staying there. Put the vending machines over here, so it's like the picnic area and the vending machines. Maybe another picnic area could slot in there as well in the future, so we'll do something like that. These campsites that just kind of in the middle of nowhere at the moment, these are going to come over here. I'd like to get, I'm probably only going to take the first 2 of these, because I don't think we're going to have much room, and move these over here as well. So we'll create a nice little camp area over there. Maybe separate them with some bushes and not the fencing. Maybe have those a bit tree-lined and bush hidden away as well over there. And then in this space that then creates, this is where I'm going to put my security, first aid, because we're going to need that as well. I've had a lot of people collapse around the site as well during the course of the day, so we're going to need some first aid as well. So we'll get all that sorted, put it about here, so it's reasonably easy access to everywhere for however that works. I'm not entirely sure, but it's easy access then as well. Also want to move the bin from here. I put a bin over here. Obviously, we've got vending machines, but I was going to leave a bin over here. Now, they don't just litter. If there's not a bin in the vicinity, they will go and find the nearest bin. So littering's not a problem, providing you have bins. But if you've got this over here, my janitor has to walk an awful long way. I mean, I could keep the janitor here, I suppose. But then they have to go a long way to the shop as well. So, but if you just keep the bins over here so the janitor can easily get to them, because I've had a bit of a raccoon problem today. I've had litter everywhere, so I want to make sure that the bins are reasonably easy to empty for the janitor, that they're not walking so far. Probably end up with about 3 janitors overall. If we move all the way down here, which is also our site, get all the way to the end, you're probably going to want some janitors in the far corner as well to keep on top of that. Right, let's get started. Let's move these campsites to begin with. So we'll do a little bit of this tonight, and then we'll do some more in the daylight. Let's just dump it there for now. Dump this one over here as well. So I want to think about what orientation I want these and how I want them to look. As I say, I want to move the first 2 because I'd like to put the car park in just here. Probably not going to move these 2. I don't think there's enough room over there for all of them. So these 2 can remain. We don't need lots of car park. At least I don't think we do. Maybe in the future we could move them. So let's just do these 2 for now. How are we looking over here? So they're not bad, actually. They're quite private. With all these trees around here anyway, they're quite private already, aren't they? So that one could go there. That one could go there just with a bush down the center or something like that. And then you walk. That's quite nice, as it is, actually. So I'm just going to put a bush down in between. I did find that this is not really tall enough, this tall hedge. It's not really tall enough, but it's good enough that if you were sat in your campsite, you're not sat next to your neighbor. Let's do something like that. We've already got it in use. Look at that. I think that'll be fine. It's tall enough that it's not like you're camping with the stranger next to you or anything like that, but It's a little bit nicer than the fence, I think. So I might do that further down as well with the others. Right, so they can stay there. Then we'll do the spa area in the daylight, because I really want to be able to see for that. So we'll start putting in our other things over here. So I would like, over here, my first aid cabin. Can be built up to the back of the picnic area. That might be moved anyway. Then we want our security cabin as well. So I could move the janitor to here, couldn't I? It would mean that they have a long way to walk to clean stuff in there, but I'd say trash is more of an issue than sweeping. I was going to keep all of this stuff over here, but you know what? I am going to put this over here. I think it'll work better for us in the long term. So the janitor's shed can come over here as well. Anything else? I don't think there are, really, other than the lockers, which I'm going to put around here somewhere. I don't think there's anything else. That's just the ticket office. That's the food we've got over there. Might end up moving the food at some point, but I'll leave it where it is for now. And then these are just the vending machines, aren't they? So yeah, that's everything. So we'll build those tomorrow or later, because I can do it now. Actually, once we're closed for the day, I can go and do it. We've got somebody here. Look at that. We've got another ticketless customer here. This is the problem I've been having today. Now, do we think Malaysia is going to use the hot tub? No. Oh, maybe. So we get $32 for this. And even though she's not bought a ticket, I'm pretty sure she still pays the $32. At least they were doing, weren't they, in the previous video? So I think that's still going to be the case. So if Malaysia pays $32, I will then hit her after that. Let's get the money first, rather than send people away who've not bought a ticket. Hurry up. How long do you need in there? I feel like I'm going to be waiting a while now. I thought it was going to be quicker than that. Malaysia is really taking her time. See, the other two have left, and she's still in there. Interesting. I don't have to go and whack her now. I hope she pays, but yeah, she does. There we go. $36, and off you go. I have to say, this game can be a bit gruesome. Just had a hot tub, and then the guy comes over and beats you with a bat. Yeah. Right. Let's get on then. Now we've done that. These lockers, I want to move these down the side like that if I can. Although I don't know if they'll squeeze in there. I think they just about will. We can shove some stuff up. We'll leave them over here for now. We'll get these built in a little while. The toilets, by the way. So Pamela in the comments had a good idea, because I'd left quite a bit of space between these. Probably a bit too much space, actually. But I was just going to put some garden in here. Some trees, plants, all that kind of stuff. Make it look nice. But how about having the toilets and showers between? I thought that's a great idea. So they can have a toilet and a shower each. Now, we'll have to stretch our imagination a little bit. The people who use these cabins will not be the only ones using the shower and the toilet. So we can imagine that if you pay for access for one of these cabins, you also get a private toilet and shower. We can imagine that, but in reality, anyone in the site can come and use your shower or your toilet. But we'll just have to imagine that that's not the case. So I'm going to put some of those in between each one as well. Maybe not these particular ones. The plastic looks a bit naff, doesn't it? Might have to get the metal ones or something, but something like that with a shower between each site. So I'll put something here, something here, something here. And that should be quite good. So that's what we're going to do with those. So I'll move these toilets over for now. And then we'll add some showers and maybe change the toilet later on. That's quite nice, actually. It's quite a nice idea. And it frees up having to have them over here as well. These vending machines, as I say, these are going to move over here. That bin can now move over here as well. All right, and then we can think about this area here. So, what I want is quite a... That's interesting. You used a bin that wasn't there. I want quite a private area for this. So I want it to be sort of tree-lined, and I'm also thinking of having it... where's the boardwalk? I'm thinking of having like a boardwalk in. Now, unfortunately, I have done a little bit of testing. So I did think, oh, well, underneath the boardwalk, it'd be nice to have some, like, some soil or something like that, so we could have the plants around and they look like they've been planted into the soil. But you can't really do that, because if you place this down, you can't place boardwalk over the top. Or, for example, you can't put, like, trees on top of it and stuff either, I don't believe. Because it counts as a floor. So that's a bit annoying. So if I place this boardwalk, I can't have something dusty underneath. It has to be the grass. But that's just the way the game is, unfortunately. Now, which boardwalk do we want? This is the problem with doing this at night. I don't think we get a true representation of what it is. So that's the difference between them. So that one and that one. Let's have a closer inspection. Which one? I think I prefer the rounded one. This one looks a bit jaggedy. Well used. Maybe more seasidey. This one looks a bit better for a campsite, I think. So I will use that one. The rounded edge one, I think. So let's get rid of this one. I do like the fact that none of this costs you any money. That you can just delete it and you get all your money back. So you can try as well. It's nice that you can try all these things without just sinking a load of cash into it, isn't it? All right, where do we want this then? It doesn't need to be massive. We can incorporate some of this area anyway. This tree here. The sauna could go in there, maybe. And then the hot tubs here. Then you'd walk in from this side over here is what I'm thinking. I'm going to put bushes and stuff around this. They won't use them because they keep walking through my fencing. None of it seems to matter. If they've got a shortest way of getting somewhere, they just walk through whatever you're building. So I don't think they're going to use this walkway anyway. I think this is more for us. Still no snapping in the game, sadly. So something like that. We won't do a massive entrance because I don't want this to be huge. Then you can come down. Actually, we'll spin that one around. Then you can come this way. Then you can come to about there somewhere. Then you can come around into the... You can come forwards. Forwards again. And then, actually, maybe... one more and then in. No, that one's not lined up, so we'll do one more and then we can go in afterwards. Right, let's move these to make sure that they are straight. That one there. Really wish there was snapping. This is where it'd be perfect for it. If you just... Most of the time, you don't really need it for all of the other things, like placing buildings and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter. But placing the flooring or trees and stuff like that, where you want it to line up, be really handy. Right, so we're going to have something like that. So that's going to be the way in. This is going to be surrounded by a bush, and then we're going to have plants around here, so you can't really see as you're going in. And then you'll get to your first set of hot tubs. So we'll have a hot tub here, hot tub here, hot tub here, maybe one there, and the sauna just there. At least that's what I'm planning. So I might get one of the other hot tubs. Because the other hot tubs are going to make us even more money. Although I quite like this wooden design, to be honest. I don't know what the other ones look like. Got to unlock them anyway. So this whole area, though, is... I don't really want to... I don't know. I don't want to... Why have we got extra stuff over here? Don't really need those, do we? Well, we might need them. Let's just leave them there. I might need them. Yeah, I don't want to spend too much on these. Now, these are $30 each. So they're not crazy expensive, are they? Not when you're earning a lot of money. But I want this to be very private. Like it's a nice little area you can just go, you can escape. Have like a little spa experience, all enclosed with the trees. So if we... Actually, maybe if I don't make that such a tight curve, we just take that up to that rock, that might seal that nicely. So we'll probably keep that rock, actually. Up to this point, I've generally got rid of the rocks. If we send that up to that rock, that'll be a nice ending point for the area. So this is where I might do this in the daylight. I think this might be an easier job in the daytime. Get a better look of how it actually is. Something like that, though. So then, once you're inside, it's all nice and private and done. They are a bit tall, perhaps. I didn't quite necessarily need it that tall. Tower, hall. I think they're all basically the same height, aren't they? So this is all going to be done around the front as well. Then this will be like a secret entrance and in. Yeah, I like that. Right, what I am going to do, though, is definitely do this in the daylight, because I think I want to see what I'm doing. So we'll build these, and then we'll end the day, and then we'll carry on with the rest of the stuff in the daytime. I don't think we're going to get it all done today in the one video. I think it's going to take a little while. But that's fine. Right, hello, warehouse worker. Right, I require you to go to the construction shop for me, and I want 8 planks. Hang on 1 second, sir. I've got 1 metal and 1 plank there left over, actually. Is that a plank as well? I think that is a plank as well, isn't it? I've got 2 planks and a metal already. So, 6 planks. I need 4 metals. 2 glass. 2 cloth. And a concrete. Off you go. Thank you. Yeah, that's all we need. I think that's stone, not concrete. So he'll be back in 3 minutes. I like the fact he can go anytime. So I did drive down just to see if the shop was now open all of the time. Because I was informed that it now opens later. But yeah, well, as soon as you get to 10 o'clock, it is definitely closed. But your warehouse guy can still go. So that's very handy, having that ability. So it means you can keep working all night long. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is actually now the next day. While I was waiting for that delivery to come in, my frame rate tanked completely. It was stuttering all over the place. So I gave the game a reboot and rebooted OBS and everything as well. And everything seems to be working just fine now. So that's good news. So I built the first aid cabin and the security cabin as well. So we've got employees here working for us now, which will help. What I am going to do is move the dumpster. So for some reason, this incinerator, I'm the only one that seems to use this. My employee does not use it. They prefer the dumpster, but having to walk all the way over there is not so good. So I'm just going to put this at the side of their cabin there, so they can use that. Right, so all that is done, and we're back rolling again. So let's get some more trees on the go. I don't know if it was the trees that caused the frame rate problem. I don't know. Is it these ones or is it those ones? I can't remember which one we were using now. I think it was the other ones. Was it these? They're both basically the same. Is it those? I think it was these. Yeah. It sounds like security is working there. Somebody's running away. So if we bring these all the way to about there. I still think these are a bit large. These are not quite what I had in mind. These trees, but they'll do. They're the only thing that sort of creates the kind of hedge that I want. I think we'll leave the gap there. It's a bit larger than the path, but you get the idea. And then we'll bring them round. Here's somebody else running away. See how that's, what are we? 8:30? 20 to 9? We've already had 2 people be hit by the security guard. These ones don't seem to want to go together as much. I must have been using the other ones. What is the difference? Let's just... There is hardly any difference between those 2 trees. I'm sure of it. I mean, if there is a difference, it's extremely minimal between these trees. Other than these ones don't seem to want to go together. Whereas they did around there. So I want the ones that can kind of clip into each other. Okay, that's the area sort of enclosed. I know there's a gap at the end there, but I think I'm going to put some big trees in just to segregate the campsite. So we'll finish off with these. So I can destroy this tree, and the other one. I kind of want to leave some of the... I might chop this one down. That's kind of weird, but I might leave that one in there. This dead one we'll probably get rid of. And then, like I say, we'll put a bigger one up there. I'll put a bush in here as well, just to see about that, to sort of segregate these a little bit. I quite like that. Can't go too far up there, though, which is a bit annoying. But maybe we can just put one in between each one. So put another one just there, for example. And then we can get another hot tub in there, and maybe another hot tub just here. So if that's going to be the case, then we probably want some more boardwalk. So you can get into that one. I'm guessing somewhere about there. We give just like a cut off. We'll carry on going forwards with it if it'll let me. Then you maybe turn off to get to the one or two just here. Like I say, they won't use this at all. This is purely for me. They're just going to walk over it anyway. They're not going to use it. I mean, in real life, people probably wouldn't either. They'd probably just walk over the grass and not use it like they are doing. This is purely for me, really. Right, so something like that. So we'll have some others. So I need to get some built, really. So we're definitely going to get one there. I'm thinking two over here somehow. I definitely want 4. So we'll put 4 in. And then the sauna. But before we get the sauna, I think I'm going to have to go spend some points. Alright, let's just check the fuel. 81. 81, that's good. So there's a bit of a weird thing going here. My fuel keeps going missing. So I purchased in the day before you came into the video. During the course of that day, I purchased more cans than I needed because I'd run out. And I put them here. And much like they did the previous time I came into the game, they have now disappeared. So I've lost like 10 cans of fuel. So it's a bit of a problem, actually. I mean, they're okay at the moment, but whenever I put stock just here, they disappear. And I don't know where the stock's going. Maybe try and keep it in the warehouse. Maybe it'll be fine over there. But yeah, at the moment, my fuel stock is just disappearing every single day. Whether it's being stolen or something, I don't know. Probably is. Right, so outdoor hot tub we have to get, but then I can get the sauna and modern sauna. I don't know which one. We'll get them both, but I don't know which one to get. Modern hot tub, we might as well grab that as well. Metal toilet. I mean, I've got the... Let me just get the car park. And then we can spend the other 8. Outdoor shower. Modern shower. We've still only got basic trash facilities. We can sort that out. But that's basically the last few things, really, isn't it? Is the... So we could get the... Get that as well. Right. Let's see what this has actually given me then. Sanitation. So what's the modern sauna? Oh, is that the modern sauna? Ah, see. I kind of prefer the wooden one, though. That's nice. I like that, but I don't think it suits my enclosed area, and then you just put a big metal building in it, so much as the nice wooden one. It will probably fit quite nicely in there, like so. Something like that, which is what I want. Whereas this one... Yeah, well, this one's huge. We'll have this one at the other end of the site, because we'll have more than one anyway. We'll stick with this one. We'll build it there, because it's easier. And we've got this modern hot tub as well, which is also an enclosed building, which I do like. We could have a lot of these, but they don't need to be enclosed in this, like, spa area, do they? Because they've got their own enclosure, so they can be elsewhere as well. Let's just have a look. What is this? Outdoor shower. Maybe put something like that at the side of the cabins. So, wooden hot tub. Where's the other hot tub? That one. Outdoor hot tub. Might have these. These, so they're going to earn us more money than that one. Might just have 4 of those. They're about the same, but you'll get 4 of them. But I think they look similar enough. I might get rid of this and have 4 of those instead. If I can find enough building space to build them all, that is. So 1 there for now. Wish the building area didn't take up so much room. There we go. We'll build them all separately, and I'll get rid of the existing one, I think. They should earn us more money, and I think they're going to look better as well. So let's get those built and then placed, and then we can finish decorating this area. I think that's... Why did I walk forward there? That was weird. I think that's going to be it then. Once I've done that, we might not get that much more time today to carry on. It's an ongoing project. I don't know why this guy... Are you really tall or am I really short? What's going on here? Are you just really tall? It's very rare that you come into a game and people you speak to are so much taller than you. This is so weird. I don't feel that short, like I'm nearly as tall as the van. This guy must be huge. Okay, welcome back, everybody. It is some time later now. That's how long it's taken me to load everything in the truck. I've already done 1 run down there. This is the final one. It was a lot of stuff. Need a bigger truck, really. They are changing the warehouse and the delivery drop-off point. So there's going to be like 2 separate things going forward, I believe. Which should improve some of that. And they're going to hopefully bring in the ability to carry more than 1 item, which would really help when loading a truck. If you can pick 5 things up at once, that would be quite handy. Because at the moment, it does take a very long time. I personally would just like it that if it's in your warehouse, it just counts that it's on the site, and then you can just use it. That would be very handy. But at the moment, that is not a thing. Right, let's get some more things built, and then we can actually place these things. I didn't think this would take all day to do this project, but it has. Right, that can be built now as well. I think it's just the sauna now. I've done the other 2 already. They're quite nice hot tubs. I prefer the darker wood that we have with our existing one, but I think they are a better hot tub. They should earn us more money as well, because as you level things up in the game, that's what happens. So, for example, that person over there should pay quite a lot for that hot tub. We've got our sauna as well. Quite nice. Can I go inside? Oh, we can go inside. I was going to say, I wonder if we can go inside, but then it kind of didn't look like it. It looked like it was just a 2D image inside there. But actually, we can. I have a feeling I might get stuck in here, but I can actually come in. Nice. Look at this. Very heavy doors, which is traditional with this game. I don't know why all the doors in this game appear to be made out of cast iron. They're all ridiculously heavy. That could do with a repair. I've not got the handyman yet. Could do with that. We'll sort that out in future. It's not too bad. I think that's been reduced, to be honest. That doesn't go down anywhere near as quick as it used to. Right, let's put this in over here. So that's going to go somewhere around there, like so. Then we'll put a tree in just there to sort of finalize the area. Something pretty large. That oak tree would probably do we think? That looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Because that's a different color. The grand oak would probably be better, actually. Though you can still sort of see round it, can't you? We'll put the grand oak in. And then maybe just some bushes or something. Just to stop people wandering through. Of course, they still will, but we'll put them in anyway. That's not bad, actually. It's not too bad. You can sort of see through to that campsite, which I don't like. But I didn't want to fully enclose that and lose some of these other trees. Maybe I should have just done that. So we've already got somebody in the sauna, haven't we? We're going to have a look at that in a moment. There we go. That sort of made it a bit better. Go and have a look. Somebody in here? Yes, we have. All good. Right, let's carry on with this area then. Let's get it finished. Unfortunately, it's going to finish in the dark, isn't it? I hope it's big enough for our new saunas. Our new saunas are a bit... not massively different, but they are larger. There's somebody in this one, isn't there? I've brought them along for the ride. Yeah, they are a little bit bigger. It's not ideal there. We'll have this... Stop it, game. It's annoying. Sometimes, so rotate and zoom in and out are both on the scroll wheel. And unless... So if you press, I think it's shift or control, you can do it, but sometimes it seems to get locked in its own thing. I'll just use Q and E. Or Q and R, I should say. I don't know which way around these are better going. Some steps just there, look. So if we just maybe line it up like that, perhaps. Why am I now picking this tree up? Go back where it was. I'm going to have to chop that one down, I think. Why is that now not placed? Oh, I had this before. I've had this problem before where things don't place. And they are there, but they're not there until I come off the game. So we'll have to imagine that one. It is there, but until I come off the game, it will not technically be here. If you understand. Right, let's get rid of that other one. I think I need a bigger area here. I don't think I've made this anywhere near big enough. Having the change of plan. Yes, I've got my rotate back. The change of plan to this particular hot tub has not worked out for me. Maybe have this one. I can't move it. Because that's now stuck in there, so I can't move that either. That is quite annoying, actually. That's a little bug that's not been fixed. Not entirely sure what causes it. As I say, it's not the first time it's happened. No, the stairs are around the back, aren't they? The stairs are better off just there. Not too bad. So the other one would have to go around the back there somewhere, I guess. There is it. All the way down here. Something like that. We could keep that tree in there. Then we can just move our boardwalk around. I really wish I could move this, so we might have to fix that. We'll have to come off the game to fix that. So in fact, I'll do that now. Okay, so I went off the game and came back on again, and it is now fine. So we can now move our hot tub again. I could do with a bit more space here, really, couldn't I? These are a lot bigger than... I didn't think they'd be any bigger than that, but they are just enough that it's made this a bit of a tight space for what I've got here. So just trying to move some bits and pieces around. I might have to move my walk here. My boardwalk a little bit. Maybe put that one there. Just to create that bit of extra space. So what I wanted, though, was to walk in here and not be able... So everybody that's walking by can't really see in. I guess it still is like that. Because you'd have to be walking in to really see. I kind of wanted it to be its own little private area. That's the first person to use the boardwalk. Unfortunately, that tree is not going back there. But let's just... do that, because this is what I want to do. Let's move that to there. Then, so you can come in, and you can have a walkway to this one. Don't know how close I can actually put the boardwalk. Is that as close as I can go with that? Oh, come on, game, really? Okay, that's as close as it'll go. I'll have to do. That can carry on going forwards. That can come further forwards, and then we can have an offshoot. Heads towards those steps. And then this one can have its own offshoot, so we can carry on coming straight. And that can go down there. That as close as that can get. I really wish you could just, even just one more would be good. So actually, well, maybe this one might be able to go around the side a little bit more. That as close as it can go? I think so. Maybe that's because that tree is in the way, actually. We won't get a chainsaw. She's running away because I said chainsaw. She thinks there's going to be a massacre. Right, 4. Let's put that down there. Let's grab the chainsaw. Just refill a few of our things as we walk by here, because I had imagined a lot of them need refilling. That's interesting. That cost me $50. That had some in. So that was fixed where that didn't happen. I think there's enough. I don't know how. Some of these, I don't know if they're like the coffee machine. How do you know if the coffee machine is out of stock? There is no visible way of knowing. The ice cream, I'm assuming the cones here, once they get, you know, maybe they go down, or those little tubes go a different color, perhaps. Obviously, in the vending machine, you can see if there's stock missing. So that's a lot easier. But I'm not sure about some of the items. Let's get rid of this tree. I like it, but it is in the way. We can replace it with a different one. I'm going to leave that one. I will get rid of this dead one. Maybe. Actually, let's leave it then. Okay, I can't get by. Can I get in from this side? Nope. I don't think I can get rid of that without getting myself stuck. We get in here? Ah, we got in here. Let's get rid of this dead one. We'll replace it with a live tree. Hopefully, with the trees down, I can now continue on with this. There we go. It's not too bad. Put that there. And that one can go there. So you can get nicely down the side, but it doesn't allow you to go close to the steps themselves. All right, so now we need some more. I think there's some more just outside, isn't there? Utilize some of these. We'll have this one, and then we'll, again, do the same thing. And this will also go straight up to the sauna. I really wish they'd use this. Not bad. I wish I could get that more of an angle, though. Have it like that, I suppose, but it kind of looks weird, doesn't it? So this is where, in real life, you would then chop some of it off to form it so that it goes round. But I can't do that in the game. I'll just have to make do, I think. Got any more of those just hanging around? One there. Use that. So I think it might only take one. Looks like all the others. Can't imagine it's going to allow me to place another one. We'll see. Ah, okay. That's fine. So that is that kind of all done. Let's replace this tree. And if I can get another one in, that would be great as well. I'm going to put some lights in so we can see. Now, the lighting down here, I did have a look at this totem pole as like a feature. So we can put that there, perhaps, to light the area up a little bit. And then I want some little lights, really, just along the pathway. I don't know how they all look. Not bad. So they're all fire. We're too close to the toilets there. Garden lamp. How does that look? Not bad. I think I prefer that. That's a bit big, isn't it? For just a walkway. I think I prefer that, size-wise, at least. Got these run of lights, which I quite like for the entrance, perhaps. Unfortunately, I can't see it. There we go. It's not bad for the entrance. We have that inside, though. Turn it round, perhaps. I might have to move those trees slightly. I'd like that to be the entrance itself. So if we put that like that, and hopefully squeeze these trees in somehow. Come on, let me have it. Let me have it, game. All right, it's not going to let me have it, is it? I don't want it to be such an open area. That's the problem. I'll put the trees back. It can come in front. It's just a bit odd so far in front, isn't it? That's a shame. That is a bit of a shame. I do like that. I like... Is the other one a bit narrower? Not, well, maybe a little bit narrow, but not super. I don't think if it is, no, it's not. I do like those, though. I would like to get one of them at least. Anyway, let's carry on with the inside. Then we'll work that out after. How else haven't we tried? We haven't tried this one, have we? That's not bad. That's not as... It's not as wide as this. I think that the width of that is too wide for me. I don't like that so much. I think I'll go with the little one, to be honest. I don't think we need the massive stuff, do we? I think we'll just have a few of these. I have one there. And these guys can have one as well. Probably put this one on the way in. And then maybe another one across the way, perhaps. Something like that. Not bad. Any more lighting in here? I think this thing, maybe put it back a little bit. And then I think that's basically it, really. I would like a little bit more lighting above the... It's a shame you can't put lights around the hot tub. Or lights in the hot tub would be even nicer. I wonder if I could put my... We put that thing, I wonder. Could we put that in... Stuck in a tree? Where are we? If I put this in here or something, like on the entrance to there. No. I'm going to put it over a hot tub or around a hot tub. You can, but I don't know. I don't know if it really suits it, to be honest. Oh, stop moving that. So if you're even close to something else, it's very easy to grab the wrong thing. I think we'll just have to get rid of this. I do want it, though. We might have to use that for the other sort of hot tub area when we get that in future. I just want some lights, really, for the hot tubs themselves. You can't go super close to them because, unfortunately, you have like a ring around them that stops you placing lights. It's not bad. I mean, it's cozy. It is cozy. Put one there just to light that stair up a little bit. Let's have a look to see how it looks, shall we? Let's enter as if we were a paying customer. Let's have a walk through. So it is secluded. You can't see what's going on in there. It's just, I mean, it looks a bit like the forest is on fire because you can see the steam, I guess, from the sauna going up there, or the smoke, whatever. That's all going up there, so you can see all that happening. And there's fire around, which will make you come and investigate. If we got another bush for there, just smidge that one up and put another one there, I think. But otherwise, you come in. I mean, it's pretty relaxing. It's not bad. And then you come in for your sauna. That's not too bad. I like that. Need to put in a few more plants and things, but otherwise, not bad. So if we just try and push these up a little bit. Do it from this side, it might be easier. Let's put that about there. You see, I'm not going to get another one in, am I? The problem here. Put a smaller one in. Ah, these are better, aren't they? These little small ones. They're the ones we should have had. We didn't need to have this so tall. That's more. I should have had that from the beginning. I can change that. We might end up switching to these because these are tall enough that it protects the entire area, but it's not massive like you're in a enclosed forest. Might end up going for these at some point. Just get rid of them all. It's fine. I can just remove them and do that anytime. We can do that. See, I thought on the picture, I thought that's just going to be a really wide one, and I didn't want super wide because I thought it would be difficult to do. Never mind. Have it like that, perhaps. There we go. That's not bad. So from the main camping area, or if you're walking down the main area, which will be down there, like a main part to it, and you come in here. Nice, so we've got our spa area sorted. Like I say, I just want to put in a few plants and things now. Let's add a bit of colour and stuff to the area. So what do these look like? Something like that. It's a shame I can't... I mean, I can colour in some of the area now, actually. But like I say, you can't place... I'm pretty sure you can't place... Like, if I put that down, I can't put, like, a plant over the top, and it's very, very... Yeah, it's very precise. I don't know how big it needs to be. We'll leave that, because I think I'll end up making a mess of that. Just place some plants around the place. Shame I can't put one in there. That'd be nice. This is where I could do with a mod like you get in The Sims, where you can place stuff anywhere. On the cheats. That was quite good, because I could do that now, because I could just like to clip some stuff in. But unfortunately I can't. So that'll have to come in the future if that ever happens. Let's put something else in just here. I would like a bush or something that's got some flowers in it, but there's no such thing other than that lavender. Keep going with this a bit. Not bad. They seem a bit like all over the place at the moment. I think that's unfortunately all I can really do with it. Put in some stones along the side, but I don't think it's going to let me. Otherwise, that would look quite nice as well. Let's have a look. Got an ill person here, I think. Ah, that's right. The medic has been. They're okay. I wish that I could get them better, a bit tighter together, but at least it's some flowers and stuff. It's not bad. It's not bad. We'll work on that over time. I think we're basically done for today, though. So we've designed the area. It will be a bit work in progress. I might switch to those other trees. I don't know. I do like it inside the area, though. I quite like the idea that you don't feel like you're part of the campsite. You've just come to this nice area. You can zone out in here, have a nice experience. I quite like that. So I might leave the trees, actually. They just look a bit big from the other side. It's cooler than I expected. Is that something I'm doing wrong, or is that just not enough wood in the fire? Who knows? Yeah, but I quite like it in here. Oh, that uses wood as well. Interesting. Or does it? No, he's going to his campsite, isn't he? He's just walking through here and going over the rock. Okay, I thought the sauna used wood, so I thought that's going to drain my wood, but it's not. Okay, well, I think we're done. I'm reasonably happy with that. We'll tweak it as we go forward. Maybe some different lights and different flowers and things. I don't know what it's going to look like in the daylight yet, do we? I think we'll leave it there and leave this video here. So we haven't actually got everything I wanted to do today done. So we've done the main part, which was this kind of spa area. I've moved these campsites up here. We can carry on doing some of that next time. I've got a hot tub here to remove, but we'll do that next time as well. So I just need to put in like a little food area here. Find a good spot for those lockers. So we'll do that next time. We'll also put the car park in next time as well. So I want to try and move these two over here somewhere, and then we'll move the car park. We've actually got $32,000, if you've been watching the money just pile up today, despite the shop must be about sold out by now. But we've now got $32,000, so we can nearly afford this area here, which will be very handy, because then we can get some extra campsites in, and then make even more money, which will be very good indeed. So we'll probably do that next time, actually. We'll probably have enough money to get that site, start getting in some more people as well, so then they can actually use this area and make us even more money. But we'll leave it there, I think, for today. So I'm just going to drive off for a night in the motel, and we'll pick this up next time. Okay, we earned $37,000 today. The main complaint is that there is no parking, basically, because we haven't got any parking. So parking was tight because we haven't got any. But everything else is really, really good, and we're earning money like crazy. So, yeah. Money is never going to be an issue in this game, is it? On day 13, we're making $37,000. Yeah, money is never going to be an issue in this one. It's more about design and just making your own campsite, isn't it? Rather than a financial challenge. Right, well, we will leave it here, and we'll pick it up next time. If you have enjoyed today's video, make sure you leave it a like, consider subscribing to and joining the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you for another video very soon.